Innovative content, global audience.
This is another beautiful morning here in Abuja. We're reaching live from our SRO TV studio here in Abuja. Now, this is the achievers. Moving away from politics, moving away from economy, moving away from, issues here and there. Today, we move into the ICT. Everything that there is to computer engineering. And of course, I have a guest with me today in the studio live. He's an IT support, computer support. Is an IT expert. Now we'll talk about everything there is to computerizing, talk about computer maintenance, computer repair, hardware and software services. And of course, when we talk about software engineering, programming, coding, networking, gadgets, supply services, sales and installation, just call on him. And today, like I said, we move away from a lot of politics and a lot of things. Let's look into the ICT world now. And of course, we know that, like the saying that this is a computer age. What can we do without the use of computers? It has been paramount in every system sector, every day of our life. Even the phones we use, the system, everything we do revolves around computer. And that is why today I take us into the computer world. And I have with me on the show this morning, Daouda Sherifuddin Dayo. He's the CEO, Shiruf Technology Services. How are you doing this morning? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you here with us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
You have to speak up so we can hear you.
Yeah, it's good to be here as well.
Yes, so today we talk about everything that there is, computerizing, engineering, ICT, and that is your field.
Yeah, that is my field.
Yes, like some of us, I used to say we are the lay people. I know how it is. Like I will always say that when we talk about the ICT is rapidly growing, developing in a way that it's becoming a fact that a lot of us we can't do without it.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, now. First and foremost, it will be good for our viewers out there to know who is a computer engineer. Basically, what does it do? What is your job?
Okay, basically, what a computer engineer is, an engineer is an individual who design, build, and maintain a machine. So when we're talking about computer engineering, so it's the introduction of electronics knowledge with the integration or with the knowledge of computer science to develop new technology to solve human problems. So that's just on a basic level what a computer engineer is. So what it does is, as I said, it design, build, and maintain. So is when a new concept is to be published or put into practice, a computer engineer will think about it, critical thinking, then come up with a write-up, which is known as a design. We'll design it, then put it into practice, work with other IT member or ICT member to actually develop a new way of solving a problem with the introduction of computer science.
Okay. Now, we've heard the acronym ITC on several occasions. We used to just know that it's an information communication technology, like we used to read the lay people now. But that's on the surface. Will you let us know the in-depth when we talk about ICT?
Okay, when you're talking about ICT, as you said, information communication technology. So it's just an acronym for the general term, which is information technology. So it has to do with anything that involves passing on information from one source to another. So it involves a lot of things, especially from what we are here doing now. It's part of ICT facility we are using to transfer information. So it has to do with the process of interacting, storing information, processing, assessing, transfer information, especially digital information across the globe. So that's just what ICT is about.
Okay, what would you say about ICT industry sector in Nigeria? How far? Is it on the rise or on the decline?
Yeah,
in recent time.
In the recent time, especially from the year 2020, Nigeria has seen tremendous growth in the ICT sector.
Wow.
Especially from the time of pandemic, where we had to
resort to using only that.
Yeah, where students had to take lecture from home. So different ICT sector has started building up, and the government has played several roles in encouraging people to go into ICT as well, because ICT is a large sector whereby everybody can take part in it and thrive on it.
Okay,
So
now,
Nigeria has actually
yes,
seen
seeing tremendous growth when it comes to that sector.
Exactly.
Now, for those that intend to dive into this sector, what are the potentials and careers opportunity that are in this sector?
Yeah, there's so many opportunity in ICT, especially in Nigeria. I will use the whole worldwide, especially because if you are looking at the financial or the wealth it creates, if you look at the richest people from the past decades ago, you notice that they are into ICT. So if you look at the future,
you're doing well,
yeah,
Sharif.
exactly. So ICT is not something that has limit of where it can reach.
Okay.
It's going, and it's just a way of solving problem. So technology generally is a way of solving problem, and humans we desire to do something in an easier way. So computer, ICT devices make it easy for us. So if everybody is involved, it's a very large sector where everybody can thrive in.
Okay, we've talked about a lot of computer engineering, ICT. Now, for all you've mentioned so far, from all you've explained so far, which would you say is the most lucrative? Let's look at it critically now, because I think it's just more than the normal engineering. We have the web developing, we have a lot of things when it comes to ICT.
Yeah, when you're talking about ICT is a large industry, very large industry. It has, as I said, it has no limitation. Thinking about solving any problem, you can use computer, you can use any ICT device to do it. So when you're talking about which one should someone go into, I would say software engineering. I think it's the easiest, and it's not easy though.
What is that? What does that mean?
Software engineering means the way of, because when we're talking about ICT, when we go to computer part, computer involves two. It's the structure of computer is two. We have the hardware and the software. So the hardware is the physical part where we can see. So when an hardware is developed, it needs a software for each hardware to communicate. So for an hardware to communicate, they need to design an instruction where it will allow one hardware to communicate with another. For example, my phone wants to communicate with the laptop now. Connecting them together is a software that will enable that. So that's me and you, we're trying to communicate now. So it's something we are using to communicate. So whatever device wants to communicate will need a software to interact. Okay, now I understand. Software design is broad. Everybody can go into it and design whichever application or software or website you feel like.
Okay, now when we talk about information communication and technology, ICT now, it has become a core part of every sector. You better agree with me on that, most people refer to it, even these days, like I said earlier, people refer to this age as computer age, where we cannot even do more without it. But some persons are of the school of thought that ICT has brought about more harm than good to the youth and the society, especially when we're talking about Nigerian here. And what's your take on that?
Yeah, that has been going on. The debate has been going on for a while, especially we are transiting into the fifth age of computer, which is the artificial intelligence, which is meant to do a lot of things for us.
More than we're already seeing.
Yeah, we're already seeing. So people are feeling maybe the youth that are coming up or the youth of now, we now depend fully. So we make them lazy. But I do not agree with that, because when you look at it, the human evolution has always looked for a way of doing things in an easier way. We started from doing things with our manpower by, let's say, maybe cultivating land. Now we have tractors doing the job.
Yes, that is true.
Are we going to say it's making us lazy because it's cultivating the land instead of us doing the hard labor? So, but if you look at everything in the world, whatever had advantage must have disadvantage. So there are so many disadvantages in ICT technology generally, but we can't compare it with the advantage and a lot of good role it has played among us. It's making us think, making us solve our problem in diversified way. So whereby we can think of a solution and we think of it in a computerized way, then we'll put it to practice so it will actually solve the problem, whatever we're thinking about. So I don't agree with people saying it's affecting the society. So it's solving more problem than the advantage it has is more than the
disadvantages.
So even the AI that we're transiting into the age of AI now, I don't think it will affect many people because everybody can be in ICT. in everybody. Like, I think, my own opinion though, I feel everybody can do
How
it.
is that?
Because whatever we're doing, okay, let's say AI, for example, now, some people are feeling threatened, probably saying
That is the artificial
the
intelligence.
artificial intelligence
Okay.
will take up jobs of people. If you're thinking about taking up jobs of people that there are farmers in those days that has work. Especially, I'm just citing example with the farm, because so now the innovation of tractors, now it has took the job of farmers, the
Farmers
people that
away,
are
yes.
doing now. So, but now they will be given another role to play in the society, or if everybody is doing it, we all have to just work with our brain. So if what's come to us, AI is doing all the job. We just have to use our brain to work. So if the AI will not just develop itself, we are still the one that will think to do it. You can't just
Drop
create
it there and it
Yeah,
begins
so
to
we
work.
think
So
for-
somebody
for-
still needs to operate
Exactly,
it.
somebody still needs to operate it. So those are roles. We'll just be substituting roles for people instead of scrapping roles. So we will not
Okay.
scrap the role, but we'll substitute your role. Instead of doing it in the hard way, you do it in an easy way. Probably people that were cultivating the land before will now sit down and just press 3 buttons and the land will be cultivated for you. So I don't think it's affecting society that much. It's solving our problem. So technology is vast and growing.
Now let's look beyond that. Let's look into governance now.
Okay.
Now, you know, in recent time, we used to live in an age where people just carry files. You go to offices, you see a lot of thousands, millions of files, and then tomorrow they tell you we can't see your file, you will misplace your file. But now we've seen that with ICT, with technology so far, these things are made easy. You just input your numbers, your name, and that is all your details are there, the informations are there, and nobody needs to go and start looking for files here and there. Like, for instance, I went to the hospital yesterday. I bet the nurse is new, so she didn't know me very well. She asked for my name, and I gave her the name. I saw her, she was looking for a file, like, she was struggling to get the file, like, they can't find it, and I was in serious pains. And the doctor came and, like, don't worry, just take her in, we'll attend to her while you look for the file. So I left. I was inside. I heard the doctor shouting that, "Are you kidding me? Don't you know that in a place these files, there are people that just came recently. If you can't find her file, what you're supposed to do is to go to the system, log in her name, and that takes you to the number. You don't need to go through all this process." And that was what she did. So let's look into governance now. How do you think ICT has improved when it help impact on governance?
In governance, it has helped a lot, I must say, because when you look at, if I had to cite example with Nigeria, especially because look at our last election where the introduction of beavers came in. So initially, the beavers introduction is a welcoming idea where everybody accepted it, even though some people believe it wasn't eventually used based on whatever.
Or the expectations
yeah,
they got was not. Yes.
But if you look at it, we are trying to elect a new leader. So everybody, the inclusiveness is there, whereby whatever we're doing, we know that okay, we are going to vote, and we know that the vote is going to count. So look at that's technology into government. And again, there's something we call e-governance.
Okay.
Now, whatever they are doing, we are not there in the Aso Rock or in the government offices. But if you go online now, we'll see the news, we'll see everything that is happening there, whatever law they are trying to pass, everything they are doing. So the inclusiveness is there with the help of technology. So with internet now, we have access to information and
wow, hold that thought, viewers. I'm here with Sherifuddin. Now, he's an IT expert, ICT guru. I call him guru when it comes to anything computers, engineering, and all that. This is the best man in town as far as I'm concerned. And of course, he's a young CEO. And you know how we do it in Achiever. We bring people for you to see, people that are doing well in their various field. Of course, you don't necessarily, we keep saying it, you don't necessarily sit and wait for government to give you a job. You can just do these things you have passion for on your own, and thereby creating a niche for yourself. Now we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue. There's a lot to talk about. You know that there's a lot in the ICT world, and of course, anything that has to do with ICT is usually broad. So we still have a lot to talk about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15th to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 28.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira and stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 100,000 naira and the deal of becoming our ambassador. There will also be consolation prizes for second and third place winners. To register, kindly pay the registration fee and send your name, age, picture, and state of origin to this number 0906 895 2170. For more inquiries, please call 0907 400 7816. Powered by SRTV London. The Face of
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15th to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 35.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira.
From that quick break, like we said today on the Achievers, we decided to go into ICT, and like we know, our world is rapidly developing, and new technologies are being introduced on daily basis. Some conspiracies, technological and security related issues are also happening in the world, but the development of computer and smartphones technology are effectively going on as modern world people are now taking this development positively. And for that, on that note, I have with me here, we've been on the studio, we've been discussing anything there is to ICT, computer engineering. Of course, I call him Guru. He's a young CEO as well when it comes to anything that has to do with computers. He is the CEO of Ashiro Technology Services, Dauda Sherifuddin Dayo. I still have him with live with us here in the studio. Yes, so before that break, I was going to ask you, now, when we talk about technology in modern times, people tend to see it as if it's very difficult, that sector, that it's something that is not usually easy for a layman to understand, and thereby pushing a lot of youth away that are supposed to have interest, that are supposed to go into it, but people tend to see it as if though it's difficult. And that brings me to the fact that when you go to look for people like you in town in Abuja, you don't hardly see them. Why is that?
Yeah, I think the misconception about engineering or technology generally is people, before either they want to acquire the knowledge through education, academic level, or by going through maybe skill. People think maybe you need to have extra intelligence before you can.
That is what I think myself.
But normally it's just me. I've developed these habits whereby I believe nothing is actually hard to learn if you devote your time and you're consistent, you have interest in learning something,
Okay.
and then with consistency and your interest is growing and you have passion for the thing, you definitely improve yourself, and you shouldn't limit yourself to knowledge. Learning never ends, like learning continue every day, and
Of
technology
course.
is changing, so it's not something whereby you need maybe high IQ, or you can just learn anything. So it has to do with computer or technology generally, ICT generally. You don't need extra intelligence, or you don't need to be you don't need to have high IQ to learn anything.
Learn that.
So,
But I have seen that over the years you've done so very well for yourself when it comes to ICT computer engineering. You're doing so well, and you're still doing so well. Now, what are the key values or anything? What are the key success needed to be like you in this sector? What have you done? Others will want to do the same. Somebody watching will want to be like, okay, I want to be a computer expert, computer guru.
yeah, there's no much secret to it. Let me clear there. I'm not actually an expert, as you're saying, but at least I'm still learning as well, because I try to improve myself every day.
Okay.
Like I'm more skilled with the hardware, even the software. I'm at the level of acquiring another certificate in that as well
Okay.
now. But learning never ends. That's what I believe. I just had this belief that I can learn anything I put my mind into. And whenever I face any problem, especially in technology, I believe there's one person, if not myself, I believe somebody must have scaled through the problem before. So, and we have YouTube, we have so many social media now. By just tapping your phone or take your computer, search for any problem. If it's not the same thing with what you're facing,
It must be
it
similar.
must be similar. So you get the clue of solving that problem you're facing. So by just using another person's idea, you definitely understand what you
Conquer it all.
Yeah.
Now, every sector has its own ups and downs, struggles, and all that. Now, what are some of the hurdles when it comes to your own sectors? What are some of the challenges in this sector?
Majorly, the challenge is lack of support from the government.
Okay,
and
financial support.
financial support, moral support, and especially like we that were just starting up.
Okay.
The startups now, we lack so many support from, maybe should I say, clients, whereby they think maybe we're not competent enough to carry out their tasks when we maybe applying for loans or stuff like that to enhance our small business. But those are the little one I can remember now. But there are so many challenges we're facing: lack of support, and some people that
power as well.
Yeah, power is that's the top on the list. Power is number one on the list, especially
because I know
internet too.
Yes,
internet is not
strong enough.
It's kind of expensive in Nigeria.
Yes,
yeah. Internet is actually very expensive. Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking about everyone. We know that in the aspect of computer engineering, there's something called programming and coding. So that's what are these programming and coding? What does it mean?
Programming, coding. That term is just a simple way of telling a computer. Let's say programming is just a way of instructing a computer to perform a task, to develop a new program. For example, now you have an idea, you have a way of solving problem. So you have to write a program. The program will now tell computer how to perform a specific task to solve a problem. So solving that problem now, you need to understand how to communicate with the computer. So by giving it an instruction in a language it understands. Although computer doesn't understand most programming language, it has its own language it understands, which is called a machine language. So we now have different programming languages out there now. We have the C, we have the Python. So we human, we need to understand one of those language to write the sequence or the syntax of our to help us to write the syntax of the program we're trying to solve. Then we give it to computer. We lecture the computer on how to understand what we are passing to it by installing a program which will interpret the language to the computer language. Computer language is just zeros and one. It's called machine language.
Okay.
So the computer only understands one language, is zeros and one.
Wow, really?
So, but by you understanding other languages, which is called programming language, you can interact with the computer through that. So just telling computer, I want to perform this task. I want to, if I tap 0 now, I want it to show A on my screen. So you performing that task, you need to interpret that with a syntax using programming language and tell computer how to do that task. It's quite deep. Yeah, it's deep. It's very programming is very deep. Like It's very wide, yeah, because you can do a lot of things with programming. Yeah.
Now, is that the same thing as software engineering?
Software engineering, I think it's a more professional way of saying programming.
Okay.
Programming is just like a term. Software engineering generally it entails many things. It's one of it is programming, one of it is web design, one of it there's a lot under software engineering, as we have hardware engineering. Hardware are the physical parts we can see, while software are the system that allow the hardware to work. So software engineering covers programming.
Wow. Now let's talk about computer networking.
Okay.
Yes, what does that mean as well?
Networking. Now we have, just in the layman term, we have that computer and this one over here. We want to send a file from here to there. That's just, we have to network them. Networking is just connection, transferring, interchanging of information.
Okay.
One to more computers.
More computers.
Just that is what networking, through an acceptable medium. So they call it nodes, through a node. So exchanging information within two or more computers through a node, it's networking.
Now, what do you think, we'll talk about this sector now generally, what do you think the government can do to improve on it? We see a lot of youth in the country actually wasting away some into vices, things that they shouldn't be doing. And meanwhile, some of you are becoming a young CEO, doing well at this very early age and doing one amazingly well. Now, what do you think the government can do?
Yeah, like
How do we impact more on this sector?
Yeah, like I said, when I was mentioning the deficiency or the challenges we have, is just provide support and provide maybe, like I would say, loan and
soft loans.
Especially there's this thing, there's knowledge. We need to change the way we are trying to pass information. We're trying to pass knowledge across, especially technological knowledge, to people, letting them know that it's a way of solving problems. It's a way of building yourself to solve a problem. You don't need to, if I learn a programming language now, it's not for me to just, programming language you don't memorize, it's just for you to know the syntax.
Okay.
Then you come up with any problem you want to solve with it.
Okay.
So it's for you to just think on your own, the algorithm which you want to solve a problem. So it's just for continuous knowledge is very important in technology. So we don't feel like, okay, I know how to do this, and I would be doing that for the rest of my life. We need to continue,
improve on it.
Continuous learning. We have lack of knowledge now. People don't know some things they are doing, and they're just doing it. So we need to let people know, and the government is very important. Provide more power, provide support, funding, financial support, a lot of things like that.
Anyways, viewers, I'm still here with, I call him, he said I shouldn't call him expert, but I know to me he's an expert because I used to give him things that nobody said they can't do. This thing has been packed up and he will fix them for you. And so he's Dauda Sheriff again, Bayo, the CEO of Shiro Technology Service. We'll go on a quick break now. When we return, we'll continue with some of this things we need to know about the ICT world. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial product and services, and real estate for huge extra opportunity in diaspora. Look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15th to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 285.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira and stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 100,000 naira and the deal of becoming our ambassador. There will also be consolation prizes for second and third place winners. To register, kindly pay the registration fee and send your name, age, picture, and state of origin to this number 0906 895 2170. For more inquiries, please call 0907 400 7816. Powered by SRTV London.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of art, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate. For huge extra opportunity in diaspora, look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15 to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 3.
Ladies, are you ready to shine? Here's a golden opportunity for you to show the world the queen in you, as the second edition of Face of SRTV Ladies Edition is about to begin. What are you waiting for? Register online with just 500 naira and stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 100,000 naira and the deal of becoming our ambassador. There will also be consolation prizes for second and third place winners. To register, kindly pay the registration fee and send your name, age, picture, and state of origin to this number 0906 895 2170 for more inquiries.
From that quick break, yes, I'm still here with Sherifuddin. I call him the computer guru. We know, like I said earlier, when a computer age well, we can't we can't help but do a lot of things to computers, and everything is being computerized. In a world where we're going digital, I have a young man here that has been doing so well for himself when we talk about computer engineering. Sharif, I was going to ask you now, when we talk about this computer business, this computer world, now how easy it is for people to access this sector. You talked about funding, but apart from the funding, what else people willing to come into this sector?
Well, first off, you need to have much knowledge in whatever you are going into. Because when you are going into ICT, if I'm to use ICT generally, or if I'm to take one of it, which is the computer, ICT, you need to know where you are going into. ICT, you can actually do everything in ICT, whereby if it's about supplying or
installation
services on the ICT world, but you just need to have an in-depth knowledge of whatever you are going to do there, because it involves a lot of things. When people might come to you and be like, okay, we have this in mind, we need to design a website, we have this. Even if you don't know how to do it, just have an idea, know how it works, know what they are trying to talk about. So it won't be as if you are a layman and you said you are into ICT. So the first thing is for you acquiring knowledge in whatever you want to do. If you acquire the knowledge, and you're seeking for loan, telling the people, your prospective investors, that okay, this is what you want to do, they will believe in you. They know that okay, yeah, you know what you're doing, so they will be willing to help. So at least you solve two problems. You know what you're going into, and you might get funding from there. Yeah.
Now, how have you been able to manage your business all these years? In a society where you complain of low funding, power issues, and of course internet issues as well.
Yeah, it hasn't actually been easy though, because managing business in Nigeria is very tough, which is one of the reasons why, if you look at our education sector in Nigeria, is not helping, because most of us, we go to school.
I was going to come to that part anyway, where
we believe by just going to school, once we are done, we just tender our certificate and we'll be employed. So I don't think we should divert our attention away from there, because we need to start doing something. And if you look at ICT sector, it's broad, everybody can go into it, and
it's profitable as well.
It's very profitable. It's very, very profitable. So by people learning whatever you want to do, what has actually been helping me is the way I started. When I finished because I am an HND holder, I finished from Polytechnic. So when I finish, I haven't actually looked for job like that because I believe in what I can do. It's just the fundings, but I didn't let that deter me. I've been working on my own. Even before I have a place where people come to meet me, I was just going around like meet people. I would go to wherever they want me to do the work. But later on, I got a place and I started providing my services. So the consistency has been helping me, and the passion for it has been helping me. I don't believe anything can limit me in what I can do. So right now I'm even on break, like I'm inactive in some extent because I'm trying to improve myself more. So whenever I'm back now, I will add more value to myself and I'll add more program to what I do before. So that is it. It's just for you to keep learning and keep on learning. That's what I do that helps me. I keep on learning and I don't let any challenge weigh me down. So
now I know you start talking about Nigeria here and outside the country. You've been opportune to go out there. You've been here. Now let's weigh the two.
What I understand there is their own system because where I went to.
We're looking at ICT now generally. Yes,
ICT there. Generally, if their system of education, I think it's more like technical, whereby from the secondary school level, students are meant to have a practical knowledge of whatever they are learning in school. It's not just theoretical. Where you see a civil engineer who doesn't know what a granite is and is certified there in Nigeria. So it's just different. Where it's different because then they are more running a capitalism. Everybody is venturing into business. They don't, from a long time ago, they don't believe in graduating from school and sitting down, waiting for government to provide a white collar job. And their government is providing funds for them. So as well. Those are one of the advantages why people are running outside now. So, but in Nigeria, our government are still, I don't know, maybe this new government will do something about it. Because if the youth can have access to funding, even if it's loan, they will definitely put something, they will put themselves to work and they will get the knowledge, they will start up something. So it will provide employment for other people coming into. If you feel you need to work for people to gain experience, you work for people, then at the long run, you start your own business as well. Yes,
I was going to talk about that. Now we have a lot of youth out there, a lot of youth they're just wasting away, thinking I can't do this, trying to limit their own selves. Like I can't do this. Like you said, you need to have passion, you need to have the zeal, whatever you need to do. Now how do we bring the youths into this sector, more of the youths?
Yeah, I think it's still education. It's still education and letting them know what they can do. I believe there's this new mindset that I've created for myself where I try to, because whenever we see anything technology, or in Nigeria we call it Oyibo has done it. Oyibo. I'm trying to correct myself in that now because I don't want to be saying it again. It's not like Oyibo. It's just science and technology. So they are not the only people who are contributing much to this technology, and so it's just everybody can do it. But we have depend so much on, should I say, the Oyibo? So we now believe they have to do it and we have to copy or learn from them. No, we can actually think of something. Even if the government is not helping you, you should just educate yourself. And we have this thing again where it became an anthem in Nigeria where people start saying school has come. Maybe school in Nigeria, the system of school in Nigeria is not encouraging, but education is not scam. Education we are trying to get is not scam, but the school, the way we are doing in Nigeria might be. It's not actually scam, but it's not helping. It's not helping any youth now. They will finish, they will be doing another thing. So it's fine, but it's just we need to revisit our education sector, education system. So because it all starts from education.
Now let's talk about how profitable is this sector in Nigeria here. Let's be sincere now, Sharif.
In Nigeria here, I won't lie to you. We are not. Should I say our government or everyone of all Nigerians are not? We're not trying enough, because when you look at it, to me, I feel we are still behind. We are like far behind in the world of technology. If you look at the richest man in Nigeria now, it's not even doing anything related to technology. Although he might be marketing, selling his products with technology. But look at every other country in the world. The richest in each country will be somebody who is into technology or into ICT. But in Nigeria, we have somebody selling like food product. It's fine. Like that's where we know that there's so many opportunities in Nigeria. So, but nowadays, if you look at the youth, when I go to internet, sometimes you see some youth like teenagers, they are making money maybe from TikTok, from influencing on Twitter and stuff like that. Those are part of ICT sector as well. It might not be engineering,
yes.
Programming, even script writing. They are using technology to write now. So it's actually it's lucrative. It's a lucrative business.
Lucrative one.
But now, Nigeria is still fresh in that.
Now, what are some of the importance of this technology? And I know you've talked about, but how is the future? How do you see the future with it in Nigeria?
Yeah, I think the government they are trying to participate more now. Like I read on the news, they said the government provides support for Abuja computer environment, and now the government is even insisting that most people should go into it because it's an enabler for all other sectors to thrive and provide more jobs in Nigeria. So, like I said earlier, since 2020, Nigerian government has been trying. So even though we are not there and we are not even close, so but at least they are trying. So I believe we are hoping though, even though some people do not support this next government we are transitioning into. But I think if they can do something about people involvement in ICT, it will really help the development and it will contribute to our GDP as well.
And as well. Well, you've said quite a lot about, like you said, it's very broad. It's not something we sit and talk and finish one day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's broad, it's wide.
About a lot of fields. We have the cartography. We have so many fields you can dive into. Architects now, they depend on computer. We have massive computer whereby you can there are some tasks you perform using hours. With some new invention now, within minutes you can just do it. We have computer that can store power that we are complaining of. We have computer that can last for like 48 hours now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, definitely.
Are we talking about a laptop type or desktop?
Stay to 24 hours whereby you work on it
and it won't run down. That is nice.
People are investing.
But that would be expensive as well.
Definitely expensive. So the sector is large, the graphic design, so many video editing, a lot of sectors people can go into using ICT devices. So that is it.
And then just before we let you go, let's look beyond now.
Okay.
Yes, where do you see this sector in another 5 years in Nigeria here?
In Nigeria, like when I wanted to define or mention what a computer engineer is, I analyze three things, which is an engineer is supposed to design, develop and maintain, and other things like critical thinking and reading to solve the problem, whatever problem you want. But if you look at Nigeria, what we do most, like myself, what we do and what we major most is only maintaining.
Okay.
So we are not manufacturing. I don't think we had, like when I was learning the skill then, I used to know some companies like Brian, I think like Zynos, they assemble in Nigeria. But we don't produce, we don't manufacture in Nigeria.
Okay.
So like myself, I'm challenging myself right from the new project I want to go into. I want to see myself in the next few years, maybe and I'm challenging other people
in the sector.
It. We should try, even if the government are not helping, we should go and meet them. We can be manufacturing computers too. It will really help us. Like people used to say, we are more of consuming. We are just consuming.
Yes.
We buy. We have to buy with so much amount of money. We're shipping down here. The money we used to shipping down is quite expensive. So we are producing locally here. It will really help. So I see Nigeria in the future will definitely be producing our own because we have people going into that software engineering now. So that is the major aspect where people believe it's difficult to learn. Because hardware, all the parts, all the components made up of this computer, they are here in Africa. We have all the raw materials, we have all the elements.
But the softwares are the major
the software, the critical thinking, which we think we don't know how to do it as a black man. We think it's going. No, we can actually do it as well. The software to make things easy for ourselves. So it's a challenge for us. Definitely, I believe Nigeria will get there. Not 5 years, as you say, but in future.
In
maybe
future.
yeah.
Okay, I love that. That is the spirit of
Yeah.
years workmanship. I know when I see you talk like this, it's encouraging, and of course, this will encourage somebody out there to know that nothing is too difficult. If you both can do it, you as well can do it. And what's your advice to the youth just before we let you go? You're a youth yourself, so what you have to tell them.
One advice, in fact, I have, because I have numbers, I have so many.
Say them out.
Yeah, I have so many of it, but the major one,
key ones, okay.
Is, do not limit yourself to knowledge. You can actually learn anything, and whatever you have this mindset of doing, you have in your head that you want to do. We tend to procrastinate. We'll be like, I'll do it. I want to do this. I will do this. No, just take a step. Like they said, the journey of 1,000 miles
begins with a step.
So just take a step closer to whatever you want to do. It might take time. You might not be naturally intelligent like some people, but with consistency, just do it. Take a step. You'll see the improvements. Look at yourself. Look back whenever you set a time for yourself. I will start by this time. Don't say I will. Start now. Whatever you want to do. So start and look back to the time you start. You realize the changes.
You've gone far.
You become a new person and you add value to yourself.
How can we reach you? People might want to reach you, might want to do business.
Okay, like my phone number.
Handles, phone number, yes.
My phone number is 080 62 31 9098. In fact, with the new project I'm going into, I'm trying to open a store with like a school where I'll be lecturing people.
Wow, that is really nice.
I really want to take it to the next level. Involve whoever I need to involve in it, because one thing about ICT is one person cannot do it.
Do it alone. Yeah,
before
it's a teamwork.
Like my clients know, I used to work with different people around me, so I believe in working with people as a team will enable us to do more. So my handles is definitely I'll market myself,
yes.
So a lot of people will hear about the name. The brand is Ashirov. Like as you try to pronounce it,
Ashirov Technology Service. Well, thank you so much, Dawoda Sherifudeen Bayo, for being on the show with us today. You've done justice to this topic. Just maybe some other time we're going to have you and we'll talk another maybe another side of ICT we were not able to touch today. Viewers, he has been here speaking with me on ICT, everything there is to computer engineering. Of course, you know that we're in a technology world and the world is rapidly developing when anything concerning anything that has to do with computers, ICT, and of course anything there is to software and anything like that. He's the guru, like I used to call him. He is Dawoda Sherifudeen Bayo, the brand and the brand owner and the CEO of Ashirov Technology Service here in Abuja. Well, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. We appreciate your time, and we also hope that some other time we're going to see you on the show again. Yes, we're going to invite you to talk more on this, because you said like that is wide, it's not something, it's broad, it's not something we'll be able to finish one day. Well, viewers, thank you so much for being part of the show this morning. This is the achiever, of course. He's a young CEO, is doing well for himself now. I want this to be your take home today. He says something that don't limit yourself. Don't think that, no, I can't do it. If they can, you can. Just have the consistency, the power, the will, the passion as well to do it, and you see yourself thriving in that, whatever it is you have interest in. And also, don't forget that you must not wait and be sitting there waiting for white collar jobs. I want government job, I want to go to an office. No, you can start from somewhere. Like he said, a journey of 1,000 steps just begin with a step. So please do well to get yourself involved in that thing you love so much. So tomorrow we can bring you here also as one of our achievers of the week. Thank you so much for being with us. And just before we go, don't forget our Nigerian Week London that is fast approaching. In fact, we're barely counting days to that event. All road leads to London. You know how it is when Nigerians will turn up for an event. It's going to be exciting, talking about the food, the colors, the people, we as a people, the film, the music, and of course the business opportunities we're going to have there. So get your stand and book your tickets, be part of that event. You don't want to be left out. A lot of sectors, ministries, agencies and celebrities are already coming on board, so be part of that event as well. Before we go, hit on the notification bell, share our content, and of course like our page, invite somebody, and let that person also invite somebody to the page. We have a lot of interesting stories and programs here on SRO TV. Now until I see you again next week on The Achievers, I remain yours truly, Princess KESSY. Now while you are out there, drive carefully and be at alert as well. Bye for now.
RTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate for huge extra